Some pretty fierce damage too, looking at this stuff. It's
Absolutely.
terrible.
You know, and it's every May and June. I mean, this is Texas.
That's
and
right.
This is an area, of course, once you get north, you go into Tornado Alley. Here in South Texas, flash flood alley. As a matter of fact, over my shoulder, you can see the Severe Prediction Center has us in a level 2, a slight risk of flooding rains over the next 2 to 3 days. Let's start with a look outside and the setup. It's there. I mean, we've got a moist, unsettled atmosphere, but we've got a lot of sunshine, and that's part of the reason it's unsettled. As we heat and further destabilize the atmosphere, you can see the blue skies over Morgan's Wonderland, a little bit of a hazy sun looking into downtown at this hour. Temperature-wise, it isn't too bad. I mean, we're at 90 degrees in San Antonio, so notice that, again, it's not going to be so bad, but it could be a little bit cooler, be nice, but we should be hitting about 92 this time of year. So for the most part, we're looking at temperatures to be affected by, you know, the humidity more than anything else and what it feels like outside. So that's going to be the heat index. And right now we've got a heat index cooking. It's upwards of about 100 in some spots. You can see 95 at Stinson. You've got 95 at Calaveras and Pleasanton. But then look at what it feels like down I-35. Both Pearsall and Cotulla are running at 107s. Feels like 95 in Seguin, but it only feels like 93 in San Antonio. That's not a bad heat index. All right, big line of storms from last night. You probably saw more dark clouds than rain as those storms completely dissipated as they rolled down I-10. It was about Kerrville was the last stop of the heavy rain, and then it was just a lot of dark clouds and a little bit of scattered shower activity. Out near Big Bend, we lost the tornado warning we were looking at off the top of the show. Now we've got a pair of severe thunderstorm warnings to keep an eye on, and this is part of the complex that'll be moving in our direction later tonight. Also, another storm to watch down I-37. You can see near Beeville and George West, one isolated downpour. It's not severe, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Now, here's what we're looking at this evening. The first of two models, the IBM graph model. This is 8 p.m. and you can see an isolated storm in South Bexar County, but a huge line developing out west, pushing east towards the city by about 11 o'clock on tonight. I was going to say tomorrow night, but tonight, and probably tomorrow night too, actually. Then you can see it fades out so quickly. I mean, it arrives and then it's gone. And then we see some good storms coming up on Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, and then look at this, 10 o'clock Wednesday night, San Antonio right up the I-35 corridor for heavy rain. And then we're looking at another decent chance on Thursday, just not as much rain in the forecast. So here's what we're thinking. On the computer forecast model prediction, we've really seen this come down. This is about 2 to 3 inches in the San Antonio area. It goes up as you get farther north. So our KENS 5 weather impact alert is going to be for mainly flooding rains. But there is the possibility, it's a low one, of large hail and tornadoes as well. We do have a medium threat of seeing some wind gusts reaching about 60 to 70 miles per hour in and around those severe thunderstorms. All right, 14-day forecast time from downtown San Antonio. We've got temperatures down a few degrees as we get a little bit more rain Wednesday, Thursday, about 90 tomorrow, 88 Thursday. Then lower to mid 90s as we head into the final weekend of spring. Notice that there's a slight chance of rain, but it's not better than 20%. We'll hold those mid 90s right on through the beginning of summer, which is Friday the 20th. So it's an important reminder as this heat is on and we enter the summer season. Please remember Project Cool. Bring a brand new box fan to any San Antonio fire station. The only one you cannot bring one to, the airport, for security reasons. But let's try to keep San Antonio's own cool this summer. Sarah?